Hello everyone, this is leewhat channel. So today we back to Ordeal fighting Lionel. This time we have Apostle, Goddess skill restricted, Fortification, boss critical resistance increased. This one increased by 70%. And then Infestation, hero receive damage over time. And lastly Constraint, champion restricted. So this time we have higher critical resistance on the boss, so we need a lot of critical chance if you want to deal critical damage. If you want to ignore that, you can, but we will deal less damage. So for this one, let's see. The mechanic this time is we don't want to hit Leonel too much during the counter phase. So let's see on the bad training. Yeah, during this situation, we don't want to hit Leonel too much, else Leonel will one-shot us. So we need hero that deal less hit count. For this one, we can use Sworden, but don't use with Kaede because that will double the hit count, which is bad. So if you want to prepare for the higher stage, we'll be using critical chance build for the Sworden. And for Hala, we'll be using armor build because we want to buff the armor for Sworden. Dara for the critical chance buff. Increase the entire team's critical chance by 35%. So with this one, we just need to wait for the counter phase to go, then we start damage. Don't use the champion too often or too early because they also contribute to the hit count. So like this, we just need to 3-chain once, and then near the end, then we can 3-chain. This is just stage 1, so it is easy. But let's say you want to use promotion hero first. For this one, we can use Nasrunin, also with the critical chance build. And then for this, we can use Vernier for the shield. And then either you can use Yeudong to get enough block gen, or you can use Wumpa for the damage buff. Buff critical chance. So we lead Wumpa and use 3-chain. Don't forget, do not use France too early or we get too much hit count and they die. For this one, we just focus on 3-chain Wumpa. And then we nip it until here, and then we use Silonis to buff the critical chance. This will work for the early stage. For the later stage, we will test later. So let's do the stage 1 with this team. We use Wumpa, and then Vernil, and then Nasrun. We use France, and then Silonis. But let's say you want to use the hero with a lot of hit count. It's still possible to do that, but you need to time the block usage. Let's say you want to use Lupeo. And then for the buffer, we'll be using Wolfgang. And then Lupeo. Right now we still don't have the critical resistance, so you can use the critical damage build. But later maybe you will want to use the critical chance build. For this one we need to wait on using the Lupeo's block. We just need to use Joanne or Wolfgang first until the counter stance almost end. Then we 3-chain to get the special skill. So let's try for the real run. We have Joanne with the evasion, and then Lupeo for the buff, Lupeo for the damage, and Wolfgang for the buff. Next we can use the Sworden with the critical chance buff, critical chance build, and then Dara and Hala. Now this time we take longer. Now for the real run. Now for the stage 4. Let's say if you want to go faster, you have all the heroes. You want to use Nebula. Nebula has high damage, but too much hit count. Let's say we use Lion Mask to get close. Maybe we need to use the damage reduction build, because later for the poison damage we can't evade it. And then for the buffer, we'll be using Souffle to buff the critical chance and accuracy, and then the resistant penetration. we'll still be using France. But for this one, we need to wait also, like Lupeo. We wait for the first counter phase and then burst to kill. But this time the boss has the 70% critical resistance. See a lot of yellow damage. We need more critical chance. Maybe it's better if we use Drake. Drake buffed 75% of his critical chance to the team. I don't recommend to use Ibelin because there will be too much critical count, the hit count. See, it's much faster if we have critical chance buff. So let's remove this one. And then we use Nebula. We wait for the counter phase and then deal damage. Now let's try again with the Nasrun if we still can work for the stage 5. We have Wumpa, Vernil and Nasrun. And then we use France. Okay. If Wumpa doesn't have enough, if we can't kill on time, then we need to change Wumpa to Yao Wudong to provide enough blocks. But let's see for now first. We are dealing too much hit count now. The Shadow Mist. So we need to go more relaxed. Oh yeah, we also don't forget for the parry later. Right here. So it's possible, just don't rush it as we deal too much hit count. Let's see another team. What else can we try? Another strong one is Lyudmila, this one. This one doesn't deal a lot of hit count. So this one we can use like maybe Veronica. Oh, I'm missing the penetration. Let's try. We just need the 3 chain. Okay, not good. Maybe can use this one. Just don't be too excited. We use 3 chain on rank grid. Okay, science. Okay, relax. Ow! Okay, don't use France. Maybe it's also because the blood donation special skill will also contribute to the skill, the hit count. So be relaxed. Relax, okay. Ready. Doesn't look that safe, but it's doable. 1 minute too slow. Maybe if you have Raven, yeah, let's do like this one and then this one. Oh, maybe I need to. No, too much. Who else hit Let's geometry, and then we have Hala. Maybe that's Russia one. Oh well. So you can try to experiment. You want to use the low hit count DPS, or if you want to use the high hit count, you need to time for the damage. Okay, bye bye.